Frances from Healing Vibrations, and I wanted to do this quick video to share with you 5 tips or 5 strategies to support each and every one of us as we're going through these escalated energies at the moment. Yesterday we just experienced the lunar eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn, and I know, for instance, myself, I felt a lot of emotions flowing through me yesterday, including anger, frustration, impatience, and probably a bit of lack of sleep as well. That doesn't help sleeping with a cat either, that chooses to kind of get up in the middle of the night, and obviously she's being impacted as well. So I wanted to share 5 tips with you, and I thought, well, what tips would I support you with? And because you all know that I'm very much focused on Chinese medicine and the 5 elements of nature and how they very much are part of the divine blueprint readings that I do for people these days, I wanted to share with you 5 tips based on each of those elements. And the first element in nature that I'd want to talk about is metal. And one of the coping strategies that will come from this particular element would relate to breathing. Breath is really important, as in we all tend to shallow breathe, and particularly at times when we're under stress or we're just influenced by, as I said, the energies at this particular time. So when I say breath, I mean just breathing really deeply, and particularly all the way into your abdomen is really important. So what it would look like is like this. Holding the breath and then breathing out on a big sigh. And why the sigh? It's like you're breathing in life force, taking in the oxygen and taking it all the way into your body. And as you're breathing out, you're letting go of the tension that you're holding in your body. And I know for me, I hold it a lot in my stomach, or just under the rib cage or the solar plexus area. So this is a really powerful way to just stop in the moment, notice how you're feeling, and then take that deep breath in and then breathe out on a sigh. And when I lead meditations, that's usually the breath I will encourage people to do. Now, the second element in nature I'd like to focus on in regard to a strategy is fire. And fire is all about embracing the joy of life. And so with this particular tip, I want you to find something that you can actually laugh about or to see the humour in. Maybe watching a comedy or watching a YouTube video that makes you laugh, or just finding something that's really quite humorous that can put a smile on your dial, so to speak, to kind of lighten you up. We can go through the day and get quite serious, and we can take ourselves quite seriously. And I believe that if we can just incorporate and inject a bit of humour into our day, that will just naturally light your heart up and also help you to feel the sense of joy that we're all naturally meant to feel on a daily basis. The third pattern I'd like to talk to you about is wood. Now, wood is all about growth and transformation, and we are certainly in a pattern of nature at the moment that is all about transformation and definitely about growth. And this pattern, I would love to see you feeling more grounded and more centered and more focused. And one of the powerful ways of doing that is to get out into nature, breathe, and also to be out in the greenery of nature. Here in Melbourne at the moment, we've had a fair bit of rain, so all the grass is a lot more greener, and the trees are quite green, the ones that are not deciduous. So just getting out in nature, but also kind of stomping your feet. The shout is a sound that's really powerful for kind of getting into your body and staying more focused. And interestingly enough, anger, which I said I was feeling yesterday, is an emotion that can be negative, I suppose, at times, but at its most positive, it is actually what drives you forward. So maybe just letting a little bit of healthy anger out when you're by yourself, and just, the sound is the shout, or even singing. Just do a bit of singing, but just getting yourself back online and back focused will be really powerful. Another pattern I'd like to talk to you about is water. Now, water is quite an emotional pattern, and it's very deep, but you can go very deep when you meditate. So taking time to, and especially a good 20 minutes a day would be really powerful for you to come to a stillness, close your eyes, again breathe, maybe put some beautiful soft music on, and maybe a guided meditation just to take you back to your center and to feel a little bit more aligned with who you really are. And you can call in a guide, you can call in a loved one that's passed, you can call in any spiritual concept of spirituality that feels right for you, Jesus, God, the source, the angels, whoever. Or you may just want to feel more centered in yourself and connect with your own soul. Meditation is the way to do that, and that will help you to feel more supported and not feel so alone, because sometimes the energies that happen around us can make us feel a bit alone, as though we're doing it all on our own, and actually we're not. We've got invisible helpers, and believe me, I call on my invisible helpers a lot. Another pattern I wanted to talk to you about is earth. Now, earth is all about connection, and it's about community and about family, and it's about home. So I want you to feel where you can go out and maybe spend time with people that really get you, people that are like-minded, and that you can maybe download your worries to, download how you're feeling at the moment and say, are you feeling like this too? Or am I the only one that's feeling a bit crazy? Just spending time with like-minded, either spiritual friends or family, people that really do understand you at this time, and having that connection is really, really important. So these are 5 key tips or strategies. Breath is the first one. Keeping your humour, finding something to laugh about, staying grounded, staying focused, meditating, and also spending time with other like-minded people. They're my strategies that I'm using, particularly at this powerful time of the escalated energies and the ascension process that we're all going through at this time. And they're ones that I suggest to you to try as well. And by all means, if there's anything that's troubling you at the moment and you'd like my guidance or help on, feel free to contact me. Now, before I go, I wanted to share a card with you, because I tend to work with oracle cards to give me a little bit of guidance during the day. And when I chose one for myself this morning, the card that came up for me was called Healing the Past. And these cards are called The Gateway. Beautiful cards by Denise Lynn. And the message on it was, I step into my future with strength and clarity. And this is what this energy is at this present moment. This lunar eclipse we just had was about letting go of old beliefs and old worries and conditioning that we've hung on to for so long, and maybe even from childhood, and then tapping into latent energy that's within us that we haven't tapped into yet, such as talents or gifts or something that we may want to bring out into the world, and we may have been too fearful to do that just yet. But what I want to do now is just quickly pull out a card for you, for all of you that are watching this video. So I'm going to give it this deck of cards a shuffle. And this is something that you might like to do too if you've got any cards at home. And tapping into your consciousness, your awareness, and whoever's watching this at the moment, and seeing what message there is for you. Okay. And the card I've chosen for you is called Awakening Ancient Wisdom. And the message is, deep inner knowing is emerging within me, which means it's emerging within you. And this is, as I said, a really powerful time that we're all going through. And wisdom is usually what I believe we develop as we go through life experiences. And often the experiences we go through that we develop wisdom from can be the most challenging. So, but at the end of it, it's what we've gained from the experience that's the most important. So that's a powerful card for all of us to tap into and be aware of at this particular time. So thank you for watching, and as I said, those 5 strategies will really support you at this time, and I look forward to connecting again with you very, very soon. Bye for now.